Welcome to Austin, Texas. Once known as the live music capital of the world, is now the mecca of creativity. From tech to film, comedy to cuisine, welcome to the city where keeping it weird is the norm.
Welcome to the back of house, where we take you behind the scenes to meet the brains behind the businesses you love. 3 years ago, the Electric Surf Co. was just an idea. A few one-wheels cluttering a garage, a spark of passion, and a friendship formed on the streets of Austin. Today, it's a hub for adventure, community, and the ultimate electric ride experience. Meet Luke and Dwayne, co-owners of the Electric Surf Shop. All this started with a simple idea: bring the freedom of board sports to the streets. But the journey began even earlier, back when Luke was juggling a finance job and renting one-wheels from his own home.
It has been. So technically, this story probably started about 4 years ago in Dwayne's garage.
Ooh.
So I hit him up when I was doing my thing kind of on the side. I was working on finance, working in finance, and then selling and renting one wheels on the side, just like in my garage. And that's just a story that I always tell over and over again, and something that my wife loves sharing too, because it was the day when I got all the one wheels that were, all in our foyer out of the garage into Dwayne's garage. So it was cluttering my house, and my wife was like, "Babe, this is taking over. Like, you need to do something. Like, we can't have this all like in the house."
Do you know how many boards you had?
I had probably at that time maybe like 10 or so boards, and my foyer is not very big, and my garage space is really cluttered. So I hit up Dwayne and was like, "Hey man, he had a place that's like right in the heart of downtown Austin, right across from Zilker." And I was like, "Hey man, I'm doing this one wheel thing." I was like, "Can I use your garage space?" And he was like, "All right, I like the one wheel."
Dwayne was already in. He had the perfect location right in the heart of downtown Austin. More importantly, he shared the same love for the ride. What started as casual meetups quickly became a movement. The one-wheel rides felt like snowboarding trips, tight-knit, full of energy, and always growing. Soon, it wasn't just about riding, it was about building something bigger. Then, the world changed. COVID hit, storefronts shut down, but where others saw obstacles, they saw opportunities. With stimulus checks rolling out, coincidentally matching the price of a one-wheel, demands skyrocketed. That's when they made the leap.
COVID hit, so everyone was getting these stimulus checks that was coincidentally the same price as a one wheel. So like, wait, the government is sending me $1,800. Wait, one wheels cost $1,800. Luke's selling one wheels for $1,800. So it kind of just all like created the perfect storm. Wow. That's when I hit up Dwayne. I was like, "Hey man, let's do this in your garage." And I think he was surprised, like, "Dude, this guy's showing up at my garage every day, selling and renting these things. Like, let's turn this into something real, know?" And me and him started literally one-wheeling around, looking at storefronts. Really? And because of COVID, there was a lot of empty, storefronts.
Places shut down.
Yeah, and Dwayne found this place, and it was perfect. The perfect storm happened.
Yeah. We decided to both go in on our passion.
Nice.
And see what we can make of it.
They went all in, transforming an empty space into Austin's first dedicated electric surf shop. But they didn't stop at one wheels. As the community grew, so did their vision. They expanded, adding e-bikes, electric skateboards, e-foils, and more. Why? Because adventure shouldn't be limited. Everyone should have a way to ride.
I think it was when we realized how niche of a market we were in. Like, originally, we wanted to be mainly board sports. So when we started, we had a land side and a water side, but they're all boards, right? The land side was just one wheels, electric skateboards, and just boards that you ride on land. And then the water side was the electric jet boards, the electric e-foils, electric stand-up paddle boards, all the water stuff. I mean, that worked for a little bit when one wheel was really, I guess, blowing up. We felt a little plateau and started bringing on other e-rides as well. And I think that part of that was including others as well, because while we love one-wheeling, our friends or significant others or whatever, you know, that want to join us, they may not be able to keep up on the one wheel, you know? So it was nice to give them the, you know, e-bike to ride with us or the scooter or something else that they could still enjoy that, you know, that stoke with us. That was a big part of it for me, at least.
Yeah, it was definitely a combination of, okay, we have to adapt if we're going to be able to survive and make this work. So we grew that. We grew the concept, and it still has the same idea, the same passion, the same purpose. It's just expanding to more people and turning it into something that can work. Because, like you said, this isn't a business that existed, so we're charting new territory and trying to figure out how to make this work.
Yeah, and I think that vision is constantly changing too, as we're, you know, growing and figuring out what works and what doesn't.
And we're dealing with like new technology, and it changes too, and it may not stick around if it doesn't catch on. You know, the company might go out of business, and new things come on the market that are like can blow our minds away. And like, wow, what is this thing we're riding? It's so cool. Like I'm thinking of the e-foil in that case, or the flyboard. So it's really exciting to be on that journey.
Today, the Electric Surf Co. is more than just a shop. It's an experience, a way for locals and visitors to see Austin like never before. Whether you're cruising down South Lamar, hitting the trails, or riding along Lady Bird Lake, this is the future of urban adventure.
The ride itself is a whole experience, and it's just so fun to be in. And to realize that there's other people that are excited about that and enjoy that as well, and you can share that with them. Like there's not really many opportunities for that as an adult, and it's pretty special.
I think a lot of it too, for me and Dwayne at least, it was such a new thing when we first joined on, you know, and there was almost like a sense of like, dude, we're all joining this like startup together, you know, and it's this brand new thing that's like that not very many people know about, and if you do know about it, you instantly have that connection.
Exactly.
So I think that is the bond that everyone felt, you know, in the early days of one wheeling, right? Now it's starting becoming more and more mainstream, which I love. But with that, there's going to be, you know, more and more people, and I see it more like mountain biking and you know the bike culture now. Like there's all these different, you know, sections of the bike culture now. You have mountain bikers or BMX bikers, and people that like to do like, you know, road biking and all that. And it's becoming more and more like that with lone wheeling too. But the community is just so fun in the sense that everyone just wants to come together and enjoy, you know, this board together. No matter if you like to ride trails, or if you like to do tricks or whatever, there's that instant connection. So I think that is still fresh and new, and it's just kind of cool to be part of that.
The stoke is real.
It really, you feel it.
With established sports like mountain biking, I think it's easier to get to that place of taking it for granted. But when you're riding a one wheel and you see somebody else out on a one wheel and you don't know them, you're like, oh my gosh, you're experiencing this too. Isn't this crazy?
And it's not just about the gear. It's about the people, the entrepreneurs, the risk takers, the ones willing to carve out their own niche, just like Luke and Dwayne did.
It's not easy. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of persistence and a lot of sacrifice, and there's no guarantee. And to be able to do that with something that's aligned with your passion, that can be like the perfect setup. It's also tricky to not make it so much of a job and to still stay passionate about it, because it is going to require a lot of work. But if you see the bigger goal, the bigger purpose behind that, then and you get the right people with you creating it, then turn it into a reality.
For me, I think it's keeping that passion alive and keeping that, just remembering why you did it. And things like this and retelling our story kind of reignites that, you know. I tell the guys all the time, like, we are fun dealers. Like that's what we sell, fun here, you know. And it is so re-energizing whenever you remember like why you did this, you know, and you retell this story. Just bringing back like that sentiment of feeling like a kid again is very, like we get that common. Like, a lot of customers tell us, you know, I feel like a kid again, and it doesn't have to be on the one wheel. Like even people that buy the e-bikes and whatnot, and it's something that you almost forget to have fun, you know. And I love that. That is something that kind of is something that we kind of learn to refine that passion, because when you start feeling like it's work, it's not fun, you know, and it's like, well, why am I doing this, you know? And I think that's a big struggle for me is realizing like you did this for, you know, this reason, and not to lose sight of that.
It's very easy to just feel overwhelmed with all the work tasks or the uncertainty of running a business and all the things to have to figure out, the problems that arise. And it's okay that it is going to take work to run a business. Like, expect that. Put in that work and connect to having fun with others and enjoying these fun ways to get outside and play.
So, if you're ever in Austin and want to experience the city in the most thrilling way possible, Electric Surf Coat is where your ride begins.